One of the most profound ways to practice self-preservation is by setting healthy boundaries, particularly when it comes to toxic people in your life. Toxic individuals, whether they are friends, family members, co-workers, or acquaintances, can drain your energy, destabilize your emotions, and challenge your sense of self-worth. In this philosophical exploration, we will dive into the Stoic idea of protecting one's tranquility and how this can be applied to the modern-day challenge of dealing with toxic people. The necessity of preserving one's inner peace is rooted in the idea that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. This concept has been central to numerous philosophical schools of thought, including Stoicism, Buddhism, and various forms of modern psychology. The underlying theme is that peace is a state of mind, one that must be actively nurtured and protected. When you allow external circumstances, especially toxic people, to disrupt your inner peace, you are sacrificing the control and harmony that are necessary for a fulfilling life. Preserving inner peace requires self-awareness and discernment. You must learn to recognize what disrupts your tranquility and take proactive steps to protect it. The key to this process lies in the ability to recognize the sources of toxicity in your life and to distinguish between things you can control and those you cannot. Toxic people often create turmoil through manipulation, emotional instability, or negative energy. When you prioritize your inner peace, you are essentially choosing to protect yourself from these harmful influences. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, offers valuable insights into how we can preserve our inner peace, particularly in challenging situations. According to the Stoics, tranquility is not found in avoiding external conflict, but in how we respond to it. In fact, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, rather than trying to control or change external circumstances, which are often beyond your influence. The Stoic approach to inner peace centers on the concept of ataraxia, which means a state of serene calmness and freedom from emotional disturbance. For the Stoics, achieving this tranquility is not about avoiding challenges or difficult people, but about cultivating the ability to remain steady in the face of adversity. They believe that by practicing virtue, understanding what is truly important in life, and accepting what is beyond our control, we can maintain our inner peace regardless of external circumstances. One of the Stoic practices that directly applies to preserving your peace in the face of toxic people is the idea of setting boundaries, not just with others but also within your own mind. Stoics teach the importance of maintaining internal space for reflection, wisdom, and judgment, even when external events threaten to overwhelm us. By applying this to our modern lives, we can learn to set boundaries that protect our emotional and mental well-being. Setting boundaries is a practical tool that can be used to safeguard your inner peace from the intrusion of toxic people. Toxic individuals tend to overstep boundaries, manipulate situations, or demand emotional energy from others without regard for their well-being. They may use guilt, shame, or emotional coercion to maintain control over you, often leaving you feeling drained or conflicted. The idea of boundaries can be philosophically traced back to the Stoics, who believed in protecting their emotional space through self-discipline. The Stoics viewed external influences as things to be filtered through reason and choice. In a sense, they set an internal boundary, making conscious decisions about what they allowed to enter their hearts and minds. While Stoicism encourages us to accept the things we cannot control, it also encourages us to take charge of our internal world, preventing external disturbances from eroding our peace. When you deal with toxic people, setting clear, firm boundaries is a key practice in ensuring your tranquility. Boundaries can be emotional, physical, or psychological, and they are essential for maintaining healthy relationships and protecting your energy. These boundaries should be communicated assertively and respectfully, without the need for justifying or defending yourself. For example, If a toxic friend or family member constantly undermines your self-worth or manipulates you, setting a boundary might involve limiting your interactions with them or being clear about what behavior is unacceptable. By doing so, you are protecting yourself from further harm and asserting control over your emotional and mental state. Another vital concept in preserving inner peace is detachment. Detachment, particularly from the ego and from the outcomes of interactions with toxic people, can create emotional freedom and resilience. When you detach, you cease to tie your self-worth to the behavior or opinions of others. Instead of reacting defensively or emotionally, detachment allows you to observe situations with a sense of clarity and objectivity. From a Stoic perspective, detachment is crucial for maintaining tranquility. The Stoics believed in distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. When it comes to toxic people, their behavior is beyond your control, but your response is always within your power. Detaching from the ego helps you let go of the need to prove yourself, seek validation, or engage in emotionally charged reactions. This detachment is not about becoming cold or indifferent. Rather, it is about choosing to protect your peace by not allowing external negativity to disturb your internal equilibrium. When you detach from toxic people, you are not abandoning them, but rather choosing to step away from their influence. You stop internalizing their behavior, no longer letting their negativity dictate your emotional state. This allows you to respond with calmness and clarity, rather than reacting impulsively or out of emotional pain. Prioritizing your inner peace also requires practicing self-compassion. Toxic people often create an environment in which you second-guess yourself or feel inadequate. They may trigger self-doubt, guilt, or shame, all of which can disrupt your inner peace. However, self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer a close friend. When you practice self-compassion, you acknowledge your worth and set limits that protect your emotional health. You allow yourself the grace to say no when necessary and recognize that you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. Self-compassion is essential in breaking free from the cycles of guilt or emotional manipulation that toxic people often impose. In philosophical terms, self-compassion ties back to the concept of self-respect and self-ownership. The Stoics believed that true peace comes from accepting responsibility for one's life and actions, while also embracing the inherent value of being a human being. To prioritize your peace, you must first respect yourself enough to protect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being from harm. Ultimately, the goal of preserving your inner peace is to create a life that is centered, calm, and empowered. Toxic people may always exist in the world, but how you respond to them is within your control. By following the Stoic practice of detachment, setting healthy boundaries, and cultivating self-compassion, you can move through life with clarity and confidence, no longer allowing others to rob you of your peace. Self-preservation isn't about isolating yourself from others or avoiding conflict at all costs. It's about recognizing the importance of your mental and emotional health and taking proactive steps to protect it. When you prioritize your inner peace, you allow yourself the space to grow, heal, and create meaningful, positive connections with those who truly add value to your life. By embracing the principles of self-preservation, detachment, and boundary setting, you can create a life where peace is not a fleeting state, but a lasting foundation. The path to preserving your inner peace starts with you, and it's through this commitment to your well-being that you can truly thrive, free from the influence of toxic people. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. You'll receive a notification for our next video in this series, which will cover how to let go of toxic people in your life with empathy. Thanks for watching.